Hello everyone, Gamertag here, and today we're going to be seeing if Beedrill is better in Gen 1 as we take Beedrill through Pokemon Red. Also, shout out to Macaras for the suggestion of Beedrill in Gen 1. I honestly wanted to do this after the last Beedrill video, but then we got some other cool suggestions and I went with those. Because, you know, variety is really important, and just hopping around to different regions and stuff, really important stuff. So, Generation 1 has some very different mechanics, and part of me is thinking that's actually going to help Beedrill tremendously. So, we are going to be replacing Bulbasaur with Weedle. I just modified the game. I thought about starting with Beedrill instead of Weedle, but I wanted Poison Sting. Because we only have Fury Attack as Beedrill. We name it Beyonce, you know, for a nice little play on words. I'm not too familiar with like Beyonce's songs or anything like that, but help out the YouTube algorithm by putting some references in the comment section. I would appreciate it, and I'm sure Beedrill would too. So Beedrill from a stat perspective in Generation 1 is actually a little bit worse thanks to Special being 1 stat, and we have a base of 45. But we get Swords Dance, which is great. We also get Skull Bash. I'm not exactly sure why we get Skull Bash, but we do. We also lost to a Bug Catcher. Because Generation 1 has a 1 in 256 glitch, which means every 100% accuracy move has a built-in random 1 in 256 chance for any of those moves to miss. Unfortunately for us, it was on our very last Poison Sting. It's unfortunate, but it's honestly better to lose early game than late game anyway, because you lose half your money, and losing like $700 or whatever is much better than losing like $7,000 or $27,000 or whatever, but it's fine. What's unfortunate is we're gonna have to level up for Twin Needle for Brock. Just like in Generation 3, we just don't do anywhere near enough damage. Now we are getting some crits, and crits in Generation 1 are based off of speed. Unfortunately, we're only 75 base, which isn't amazing. I mean, it's decent, but if we were like 90 or 95 base, we would be in much better shape. So we came back with Twin Needle, and we beat him effortlessly. We did end up poisoning Onyx with Twin Needle, but he used one of his, I think 10 full heals or something that he has, and just wasted his other turn. We did take a tackle for next to nothing, but we almost did this with no damage. Twin Needle is going to be really useful in this run. Oh yeah, in Generation 1, if you crit a move, it will always crit until it stops hitting. So if I would have crit Twin Needle, the second hit would have crit too. I know you probably saw it when Fury Attack was hitting the Geodude, but I had it sped up at a very high speed, so just in case that wasn't caught, I just wanted to let you know that that's one of the differences. Also in Generation 1, Bug and Poison are super effective to each other. So like Poison Sting is super effective to the Caterpie and the Metapod. If we were to use Twin Needle or anything like that on a Poison type, it would be super effective. There's also interesting text box things where they're not always correct, but the damage is right. Misty was really easy thanks to Twin Needle being super effective to Starmie since it's part Psychic. Now she did hit Bubble Beam, and I was worried she'd go for it again and crit, but she just went for Tackle, so we won on our first try. Nice! I was kinda hoping she'd crit a Bubble Beam though. I'm really curious how much it would have done. Well, at least we can fight the rival in Nugget Bridge. Now this is the first of back-to-back fights. Since I could just do the rival and not have to and already have Misty done, I can just fight the rival and then fight him again on the SSN. There's trainers above Cerulean, but they're really easy anyway. I was a little bit worried about Pidgeotto, but it just spammed Quick Attack. Now it did take out a lot of our health, but Rattata and Abra don't fight back at all. Abra actually can't. We also end up critting Fury Attack, which means all 3 hits crit, and we take out Charmander without it landing any hits. Cool! SSN rival fight, while him having a slightly better team, doesn't change the fact that this fight is still a first try victory. Raticate does crit a Quick Attack thanks to its high speed, but it doesn't even do that much damage. Kadabra's a one-shot with Twin Needle. Charmeleon, we go for Twin Needle, doing not great damage, but Fury Attack's only like 85 accuracy, so I was worried that it would miss, and I also know he has Ember and he can crit and do a lot of damage. But we take it out and win on our first try. Lieutenant Surge did absolutely no damage to us. We took a little bit of damage from one of the trainers in his gym using a tackle from Magnemite, but the only Pokemon that survived was Raichu, and then just used Growl. Man, Surge's AI is bad. It's not quite Blaine bad, but it's bad. Gen 1 AI is just weird in general. You'll see some other instances as well. It is definitely one of a kind. Now I want to mention this Hiker in Rock Tunnel. Now normally he can be a problem because he likes to just blow up and use self-destruct, but he only used Defense Curl, and the Graveler that came out, we crit and took it out before it could even do any damage. Speaking of Graveler, you'll notice that the opening Pokemon shown was a Graveler. Apparently when you randomize these, it somehow changes the Pokemon shown at the beginning of the game as well. It's really interesting. Now the rival fight in Lavender Town did take me a couple tries, partially because of me thinking Pin Missile would be useful for Execute, and then it misses. And then we were asleep for ages. But this time we go for Twin Needle and take it out since it's 4 times super effective. Gyarados still came in, hit a Bite, and then hit a Dragon Rage for 40 health. Kadabra's still a one-shot with Twin Needle, but Charmeleon came in and it got really close. In fact, we hit Twin Needle, and then he crit and left us with 2 health, but we ended up winning. I'm definitely thinking we should have kept Fury Attack. But at least we'll have Swift soon, so it's not a big deal. Now, Giovanni, I wasn't that worried about. But I also didn't plan on his Onix hitting 3 rock throws, which is like 60% accuracy. Which is insane, because that's better than everything we've hit in this game. But we ended up winning, thanks to Kangaskhan and Giovanni's great play of a guard spec. It's amazing. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll do it again, because we fight him 2 more times. So we'll see. Erika was incredibly easy. Thanks to 2 of her Pokemon being 4 times weak to Twin Needle, she didn't even land a hit. I didn't figure she would land a hit anyway, considering, I don't know, we resist all of her attacks and she might have missed one. It's fine, it was easy. On our way to get Surf though, this is a PSA for me to let you know that Safari Balls are complete garbage, at least in Gen 1. Normally they have the same catch rate as a Great Ball, which is actually pretty, well, great. But not in this game. In this game they are worthless. Like, don't even use them. Just use the glitch where you can just leave and then surf along the Cinnabar coast. You'll find the same things in whatever area you left in any route in the game. It's amazing. So much better. Koga was incredibly easy thanks to Gen 1 mechanics, allowing us to just overpower him with Twin Needle. I love how Generation 1 had Twin Needle and Leech Life is the only bug moves. Hey, at least we got the better of the 2. I mean, 25 power twice? Okay, well we gotta see how we do against Blaine. His AI is notoriously bad. Look at that. Super Potion at full health. Because of that and him never using Fire Blast, we set up 2 Swords Dances, one-shot everything except for our Canine, who just uses Ember instead of Fire Blast that probably would have knocked us out. Oh Blaine, you never disappoint with just how bad your AI is. Thank you for being so terrible. I can't believe we first tried him at level 49. That's incredible. I did have to level up some for the Silphco rival fight though, partially because we were just having some problems. Pidgeot was just hitting too hard with Wing Attack, but this time it actually works out a lot better because we actually 2-shot Pidgeot. Everything else went by incredibly easy. Now I was worried about Charizard until I forgot that he doesn't have Flamethrower yet. So it was really easy. I can't believe Pidgeot caused us as much problems as it did. That was a surprise. Alright, another Giovanni fight in Silphco, but now we have Mega Drain. Nidorino's a one-shot with Twin Needle. Kangaskhan we take out with a couple Twin Needles, but he goes for the worthless Rage. Rage in Gen 1 is terrible. So bad that it's the only move you can use once you use it, and then if it misses, you're never gonna land another attack. It's so bad. Yeah, there's a reason that I wasn't even gonna bother teaching it. Sabrina was just as easy as she was in Generation 3 in Fire Red. Granted, in that video I didn't have the footage, but picture us just spamming Twin Needle, but just return on Venomoth. Because Twin Needle wasn't super effective to Venomoth since it's not super effective to Poison anymore. Yeah, just as easy as I expected. Hey, at least Giovanni's gonna be easy, you know, like he was last time and the time before that. Rhyhorn is a one-shot with Mega Drain. Dugtrio, we just have 2 hits from Twin Needle to take it out. Nidoqueen survives, but just uses Scratch, which does nothing. He has to have Body Slam on that thing, like, come on, dude. Nidoking survives, but then he uses a Guard Spec. Rhydon comes out, we Mega Drain, he survives, and then uses another Guard Spec. Look, Guard Spec doesn't prevent you from losing, it just prevents you from stat reduction. Man, Giovanni might be taking the cake of worst AI in this run. This is hilarious. Thanks to the Rivals Pidgeot before the Pokemon League expanding agility, we were able to set up all of our Swords Dances because the AI in Generation 1 thought agility was a good move since it's a psychic move. And we're part poison. He also had Wing Attack, but apparently he thought agility was better. Everything else is a one-shot until we get to Charizard, who survives, hits a massive flamethrower, but we survive on 80 health and take him out with a Swift. But we're definitely not ready for the Elite Four. I know we have Loreli first, and she's probably not going to be that bad, considering Slowbro, if we can make it to that, is just going to spam Amnesia so we could use it for setup bait. But I don't know how fights like Agatha are going to go, because you never really know what to expect. We're part poison, so I anticipate that she's just going to be using Hypnosis a lot, but maybe we can get lucky and she'll try to use Dream Eater while we're still awake. But maybe she'll confuse us, or she'll, Nightshade? I just don't know what to expect. Bruno's going to be easy because, well, Bruno's always easy, but even if we get through Agatha, Lance is going to have a lot of bulk, but I guess the Dragonair don't worry me since they'll just spam agility, but we'll have to see what happens. So we're at level 65. Honestly, defensively, we're miles ahead of Generation 1. Miles ahead. Maybe even light years ahead. Defensively in Generation 1, we were pretty much getting clipped by just about anything physical. Aerial Ace from the Rivals Pidgeot was doing way more than Wing Attack will probably do. Granted, Wing Attack in Generation 1 only had 35 power. But we're just gonna fight Loreli. So, her Dugong will only use Rest. And initially, I actually forgot she only had Rest, and then when I started the fight, I was like, well, we'll just go for Swords Dance since she won't do anything, and then she used Rest, so I'm like, okay, well, we'll just set them all up and just destroy her whole team. Cloyster survived the Mega Drain, but she didn't really do much to us. Slowbro and Jinx are both one-shots with a single hit from Twin Needle. Last out is Lapras, who can't survive both hits from Twin Needle, and it's an easy first try victory. Now, I didn't want to spam Swords Dance necessarily, but Dugong just made it too easy. Next up is Fighting and Rock Trainer Bruno. Still sad he doesn't have a Poliwrath, but whatever. Onix is a one-shot with Mega Drain, Machamp crits a Mega Punch, taking out almost half our health, hits a really weak Thunder Punch since it's based off of its awful special. Hitmonlee, we use Mega Drain for some recovery, but then he does the amazing tech play of using a 4 times resisted high jump kick. I'm pretty sure he has Mega Kick, but I guess he's just not going to use it. Onix and Machamp do nothing to us, because Machamp goes for Leer and then Focus Energy, which cuts your crits in half in Gen 1, because of a bug. Not the bug we're using, just a bug in the game. I mean, those have bugs too, but, you know. Time for Agatha. Gengar goes for Nightshade, but we take it out with a neutral Twin Needle. So, as you're seeing, it's saying super effective to Golbat and Gengar. It's actually neutral. The text boxes in this game will just say the wrong message, but it's actually neutral. Haunter hits Nightshade, taking us to 56 health. We go for Mega Drain on Arbok. She goes for Screech. We take her out with Twin Needle. But somehow, thanks to that Mega Drain, we survive her Nightshade on 3 health and get the win. Man, okay, I did not have that on my bingo card. I mean, how am I supposed to anticipate that Mega Drain actually saving us? That was insane. Alright, time for Lance. So Gyarados did mess us up the first time we did it, so I had to try it again. But we take him out after a Swords Dance. Dragonair will only spam Agilities, but we one-shot them anyway, so it's not a big deal. Now, Aerodactyl was the main thing I was worried about. We hit Mega Drain, he hits Takedown, we hit Twin Needle, but his Bite leaves us with 63 health left. Thanks to that, Dragonite will only spam Barrier and Agility, allowing us to get a nice second try victory with quite a bit of health to spare. Now obviously, if the AI was better, he would have just blasted us into next week with Hyper Beam, but we get the win. Alright, it's finally time for the Pokemon Champion. We Swords Dance, Pidgeot goes for Mirror Move, and I was hoping it would just keep Mirror Moving since it's a flying move. But he survived and just destroyed us with a Sky Attack. Okay, well, as long as he just goes for Mirror Move more or Sky Attacks a little bit later, we'll be fine. Alright, a few tries later, and we Swords Dance as he just spams Wing Attack 2 times, which is perfectly fine since we can just recover it against Rhydon with Mega Drain. Alakazam is out next, and we just take it out with a single Twin Needle. Next out is Rhydon. We hit Swords Dance. He uses Horn Drill, which can't affect since we're faster. Then we crit Mega Drain for the one-shot. Cool. Exeggutor is a one-shot with a single hit from Twin Needle since it's 4 times super effective. Gyarados comes out. We go for Swift. He hits Hyper Beam, which is doing massive damage, taking out over half of our health. We take it out, but unfortunately, Gen 1 mechanics cause us to lose. In all my years playing Gen 1, I've never seen a loss like this. He uses a full restore mid-fire spin, so then we're not able to take him out, and we end up losing. Alright, well if we don't win in a few tries, we're just going to use rare candies. Thankfully, a few tries later, Pidgeot cooperates even better than it has in the past. He hits Wing Attack, we hit Swift, but then he goes for the first turn to Sky Attack, so we end up taking even less damage. Alakazam is a one-shot with Twin Needle. Next out is Rhydon, so we just go for Twin Needle. He yet again goes for Horn Drill, which can't work since we're faster and a higher level, so we take him out with a Mega Drain. Exeggutor is a one-shot with Twin Needle. And next out is Gyarados. Gyarados, we just go for Swords Dance as he goes for Hydro Pump, doing massive damage, almost taking out half our health. We go for Mega Drain as he goes for Leer, boosting our stats because stat modifications cause stat boosts in this game. Charizard's out last, we hit Swift, we survive Fire Blast on 8 health, but the burn doesn't matter as we take him out with Swift and get the win. And at the perfect meme level of 69. Nice. But seriously, we had rare candies just in case. There were like 10, and we ended up not needing them, which is cool. So overall, I would say Beedrill did way better than Generation 3. Granted, we could use busted mechanics to our advantage, but hey, it's kinda nice. Crazy that it got worse though, like, despite having better defenses from a special side. But hey, pretty nice and a really fun run. Outside of grinding for Brock, which took, over 35%-ish of our actual time, but it's fine. Next video is going to be Pokemon Fire Red with just Shuppet. As always, leave comments down below in the comment section. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And again, thank you everybody for 200 subscribers. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.